Welcome back, where we have a couple guests here today from UCI Trevor School of the Arts. And one of them you might remember, we have Paul Cook. Good to see you again.
Hi there, nice to see you.
Always happy to see you.
Same.
And along with us is Madison Scott. Madison, a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, both of them are involved in a Shakespearean play called Coriolanus.
Coriolanus.
Coriolanus. Paul was directing, and Madison is one of the stars of that. And I told both of them, this is a play I've never heard of.
Sure.
So I'm going to have Paul first talk about this play, what it's about, and all.
Sure. Well, I would say it's one of the lesser known works. It's not, the title recognition is not the same as a Hamlet or Othello or something like that. It's less popular, I think, because it has a really sort of mixed message to it, or it's harder to sort of categorize it into black and white. It deals with politics and war and the intersection of violence and politics, which feels scarily timely. But it's basically the story of a war hero who is praised for his valor, who then is forced to go into the political realm, and that does not suit him well, and it leads to his downfall.
Interesting.
As with many Shakespeare tragedies.
Yeah, and it does sound, Madison, very different from a lot of the other plays, because many of the Shakespeare plays have a lot of comedy to them,
Sure.
or a lot of farce to them as well. And of course, there are some tragedies, but the type of tragedies they don't sound quite as foreboding as this one. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's something about this that operates on a larger scale than many of Shakespeare's tragedies, where it's like sort of about just a relationship or a couple of people downfall, but this feels like a commentary on society.
Right.
And one of the most compelling parts for me in the play is the discussion around mob mentality and what causes people to change alliance like on a dime. Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course you're right. It does reflect our times right now.
Yeah.
And this was, when was this probably first written?
1608 or so? Yeah, 400
So of course,
years
even
ago.
back then, and in England, of course, the same type of things were happening between the church and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's not too much difference.
Sure. Yeah, royalty and peasant class and.
So you being the director of this, did you choose this play?
I didn't. While I am happy to be directing it, it was not chosen, or I did not choose it. It was chosen as part of our season.
Okay.
And part of the reasoning was Shakespeare is such a seminal piece of the theater puzzle.
Yeah.
And to give all of the students at UCI a chance to work on some Shakespeare, that was one of the reasons for including it in the season. And then also, the theme of our season this year is the other, or them, and the play does deal with that to some degree.
Yeah, definitely.
So it seemed to fit.
So Madison, tell me about your character, Volumnia? Is that
Volumnia,
right? Volumnia, okay.
She is Coriolanus' mother, and she operates in the play as sort of a puppet master, for lack of a better word. She is a very powerful woman in Rome, although she doesn't hold a seat in the Senate. She's a patrician, and she sort of has her fingers in everything and has a scheme to get her son into the position of consul, which, as Paul said, does not suit his temperament because she's brought him up to be a warrior and an individual and to not bend to people. That doesn't work so well for a politician.
Yeah, but it sounds like a very interesting character. So this does take place in Rome.
Well, it's the original. If we were to be doing a traditional production, the setting would be ancient Rome.
Okay.
We have chosen to not do that.
Okay.
And what we're doing, the world that we're creating, is sort of a vaguely, in a little bit in the future, kind of a dystopic reality. Similar, the phrase we keep using is the Hunger Games.
Yeah, sure.
If you're familiar with that series of books and movies, it has
great.
that sort of feel to it.
Wow. Well, see, there's a good selling point right there.
Sure.
I mean, seriously, people don't know much about this.
Yeah.
So, is this a pretty large production? A big cast?
It is. Yeah. We've got 25 actors.
Wow.
All playing multiple roles. Well, not all playing multiple roles.
Many
playing multiple roles. It's huge. There's a whole side of Romans, which we have the patricians, and then the warriors, and then the peasants, and then their mortal enemies. We have a class of those people as well, the Volscians, and so it's a lot of people.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you two are both in the graduate program, right? This is your last year at UCI. So now, 3 years at UCI doing the graduate program, right? Did you both attend UCI, or did you go somewhere else when you're undergraduates?
We both went other places.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from the Midwest, and I did my undergraduate at Marquette University in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay. And what brought you out here? I know I probably asked you this before.
Sure, that's okay. How dare you not remember every single detail about my life?
Sorry, I just don't.
The program attracted myself to it. The head of the program, Jane Page, is the mentor that I was looking for in a grad program. It also gives us so much feet on the ground, real experience.
Right.
You know, while we have a lot of classes, we are also always in rehearsal for a show, so we're always like practicing the craft as well, instead of just learning about it.
Right, and that's really important.
For me,
definitely.
absolutely.
Madison, what about you?
I'm from North Carolina. I did my undergrad at UNC Chapel Hill. Go Tar Heels. So yeah, I was brought out here for the same reason. The program is incredible. It's highly ranked across the country. The class size is right. There's only eight actors in any MFA acting class.
Wow.
So you get lots of individual attention. The teachers are out of this world, and yeah, we get a lot of practical application opportunities.
Yeah, I've heard just great things about the program there, and we've like you've been on before, and we've had the other folks. Now you chose the when you do the undergrad, or excuse me, when you do the graduate program. You choose your director track, and you chose an acting track, or have you done both?
Correct. No, we're doing different different areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I know last time you were on, you were here as a director or assistant?
Last year I was assistant director for the production that we were talking about.
So it's great to know that all these opportunities are available, and
Absolutely.
you can make that choice to which way you want to go.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Right.
So how long, this is going to go by the way from the February 4th to 12th, and I'm looking, it's at the Claire Trevor Theater. And what about is it run about a couple hours, something like that?
We're coming in just under 2 hours.
Okay.
Which is not bad for a Shakespeare play,
No,
I would
it's
say.
not, because I know sometimes
it feels really
can be quite
manageable,
long.
for sure.
Big cast. Is there intermission in between?
Yes.
A lot of set changes and those kind of things?
Yeah, we'll take an intermission halfway through. But so it moves
Sounds
pretty
like
quickly.
It's again, I haven't heard of this, but now that you've kind of given an overview of it, it just sounds like it's going to be really great.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, fantastic.
I'm hoping that we have something special on our
hands. Have you, either one of you done, you've done Shakespeare before,
We
right?
both have, We actually, together,
Yeah.
in our first year of grad school, we did a production of Macbeth together.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, this one's a little different, right?
A little different, yeah.
So this will be, I'm going to let you pronounce it again, Coriolanus?
Coriolanus.
Coriolanus, and this will be at the Claire Trevor Theater. This is, of course, at UCI. It's going to play from February 4th until the 12th. You can go online and get your tickets there at arts.uci.edu/tickets. And they have a great program there. If maybe you know someone that wants to look into their programs there, but they're really good. Yeah, and they put on great productions. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Nice to meet you. I don't know if I'll see you again because you can be off somewhere else,
might be
right?
gallivanting around the country, but hopefully.
Yes,
Keep my fingers crossed.
I hope I do. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, and we'll be right back.